This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, then go ahead and hit the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content that releases every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And for today's video, this is actually one of the entries for the bracket challenge that we're going to be doing here coming up. But when we get systems that we haven't done before, they can also be showcased in the morning. And just want to let everyone know that the videos that you send in for the bracket challenge, if they're ones that I've already showcased, that's fine. But the ones that have not been showcased, I'll probably also do a video in 8 a.m. in the morning. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. This was sent in by Ron Clivio. And again, this is his entry for the bracket challenge. And obviously this isn't the bracket challenge, but we're going to go ahead and showcase it today. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments as usual. So we're going to start with $10 on second 12 and black. So unlike a lot of these systems where we start on a 12 and a color, they're usually different amounts because of the different odds on the 12s and the colors. But on this one, it's going to be the same on each, and I'm going to share with you why here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started here. That's a 5 red. Okay, so what we're going to do is when we have a loss, we're going to increase by 1 unit. And that's a total loss, like just what we had there. So here we go. We're going to go to 20 on each, instead of the 20 and the 30 like on other systems. And this one starts with 10 on each. Okay, and when we hit second, 12, and black together, that Ron Clivio calls that the jackpot numbers. And we just got up $40. So we go back to the original 10. And I've got a lot more to show you about this. Also, what happens when you hit the color without the 12, or when you hit the 12 without the color. We're going to go over all of that. And whenever we hit one like that, where we win $10, we're just going to go ahead and rebet. And here we go. And we'll go over why on that last one, actually. Okay, both of those things. So this last one was a 26 black, which means we hit the color but not the column. When that happens, we're going to push, and the bets are going to stay the same. And the one before that was the 21 red. We hit the column but not the color, and that's a $10 win. So that's important to know. And let's go ahead and bet again. All right, here we go. Okay, and again, we're only increasing on losses, so now we're going to go to 20 each. Let's see, that's a 7 red. It's another loss, so we're going to increase. So now we have 30 on each. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, and when we hit just color like that, we're going to push, and everything just stays the same, and we rebet. So we don't change any of what we're betting on. Here we go. Next, we're going to talk about what do we do when we get in session profit, but we're not near session profit right now because of those last few losses. We're down 70, and we're going to go over that next. So here we go. We increased by 10 again after that loss, and there's another loss. So we're going to increase each of these by 10 every time we lose. Now we have 50 on each. And let's see what we get here. That's a 7 red. Okay, that's another loss, so we're just going to increase. And you can see temporarily we're down 250. And that'll come into play when I cover the bankroll here soon. And that's a 32 red. Okay, that's a loss. So now we'll be at 70 each, and we're minus 370. So starting out pretty rough here, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's a 15 black. That's a hit. So you can see we're still down. So if we're not in session profit, Ron says to keep the bets the same. So here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a push, so we'll just rebet. And at this level, even if we get some second 12 hits without it being black, we'll still make some money. But there we go, we got a second 12 black again. And now we're back up $50. We can start with the original 10 and 10 again. And here we go. And this is going to be a $1,000 bankroll system. And that's one thing about the bracket challenge is we're going to keep the bankroll the same on all these systems to keep it fair when this one's entered in there. And after that loss, we're going to go from 10 to 20 on this one. And again, you don't have to have a new system to enter into the bracket challenge. But if we get one, and there's a nice win, if we get one that hasn't been done like this one, it can be done. It'll probably be showcased in the morning just like this one. So now we're back up $90, and here we go again. That's a 34 red. Okay, so we're going to increase again. So $1,000 bankroll system, increased by 1 unit after every loss. And everything else we're staying the same on unless we lose. And you can see we broke even there because we hit the color but not the column. And if you hit the column instead of but not the color, you make some money. So that's a 19 red, and that's an example of that right now. And you can see we're actually in session profit. So that's another thing to think about with this system is that if you get enough partial wins off of the wins where you hit column but not color, that also allows you to restart. So let's do that. And here we go. So it's really important with this one to keep track of your session profit levels. And we're up 70 right now. And after that last one, we lost, so we increase and spin. Here we go. So yeah, anytime you're able to reset, it's good to do that. That is a 9 red. Okay, so we're going to increase by 1 unit again. Again, the thing that's different about this one is that it has the same bet on each, so there's a push when you hit color and not column. And you just saw that again right there. So we're back to 30. Remember, we were at 90, so that's where we need to get ahead of on this session hit. And let's see, that was a loss, so we're going to increase those again. And then you definitely need the $1,000 bankroll so that you have a chance to, get back there. But you do get wins, and nice wins on these column but not color hits. So if we got enough of those to get back in session profit, then that would be fine as well, whatever it takes. And let's see what we get here. All right, there we go. We got it. So that's our jackpot hit. Now we're up $130. We go back to 10 on each. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, I have a modification for this. Move the bets around more, and yeah, send those in. I would love to see them. And but this is the way Ron's been playing it. And here we go. Now we have 20 on each after that loss. All right, that's a 4 black. So as you can see, that is a push again, and we're going to rebet. All right. Yeah, that's a 28 black. That's another push. You can see we're at 110. We were at 130, so remember that. And we're going to keep betting here until we get a win. And if we lose, we're going to increase, but that's a win there. Fantastic. So now we're up 170. Let's go back to 10 on each. Here we go. All right. Okay, that's a column hit. That's going to be a win. We'll take the $10, and we're up 180 now. and let's spin. Okay, that's a good one. That's a win. Fantastic. So now we're up 210 already. All right, so let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a 30 red. That's a loss, so we're increasing. Again, every time you lose, it's just add one more $10 to each. And that keeps it really nice and simple. That's a loss, so we're going to increase again. So rebet and increase. I know a lot of you like these really simple systems where it's really easy to keep track of, and I think everybody does. There's a win. That's a 17 black, and now we are up to 40. We go back to 10 on each, and here we go. Okay, that's a 35 black. That's a push because we hit black but not column. And here we go again. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's a 3 red. That's a loss, so we increase. And again, that's always by $10. 10 on each. And let's spin. Here we go. $25 red. That's a loss. So let's increase again. Again, it's always 10 on each and spin. Now we have a $60 total bet. It's a 27 red. That's a loss. Okay, so let's rebet and add 10 to each. Now we have an $80 total bet, and here we go. All right, there's a win. Okay, we're up to 40. We restart and spin again. Remember, now we're up to 40. All right, that's another win. Nice, that's a good jackpot win. We're up to 70, and let's bet again here. And here we go. That's a push because we hit the color but not the column. Again, still up to 70. $20 bet total. 10 on each. That's a 30 red. That's a loss, so we're going to increase by 10 on each. And spin. Here we go. That's a 32 red. That's a loss. Okay, let's increase those again. Now we have 30 on each for a $60 total bet. And here we go. Let's see what we get. That's 11 black. That's a push. So we keep the bet the same. And spin again. Again, a $60 total bet, 30 on each. That's a 5 red. That's a loss. So we increase again. And you can see temporarily we're down to only up 150, but that's because we haven't hit yet. So remember where we were at that 240, that's our session profit level. And that is a partial win. We'll take it. But it doesn't get us in session profit, so we just go ahead and rebet. But like I said before, if you get enough wins on partial wins to get back, then you don't need to hit the jackpot to restart. But there's a push there, so we leave the bets the same. Again, that's when you hit a color but not a column. We're still on an $80 bet, 40 on each. Okay, that's another partial win. And we're close enough to restart now. We're almost to 240. So, so if you get up on your bets like that and you get close to session profit, go ahead and restart. So we're going to do that. We're going to be smart about it. And we're back to 10 on each. So you don't have to win a jackpot to restart. If you get enough partial wins, you can restart as well. It's all about the session profit levels. And here we go again. It's a 28 black. That's another push. Again, that's color without column. And let's spin. That's a 32 red. All right, let's rebet and spin. $12 red. All right, we're going to increase after that loss. So now we have 20 each, $40 total bet. That's a win. It's a partial win though. We'll take it. So again, on partial wins, unless we're in session profit, we just rebet and spin again. Here we go. That's a 25 red. That's a loss, so we're going to increase. So let's rebet that. Increase by 1 in each. And here we go. That's a 36 red. Okay, we're going to increase by 1. Now we have an $80 total bet, 40 on each. That's a break even again. Again, because we hit color but not column. So we just spin again, 40 on each. Okay, that's a loss, so we increase. So now we're going to have 50 on each, $100 total bet, and spin. Okay, that's a push. And we spin again. Keep the bet the same. Here we go. All right, we got it. Okay, but we're not in session profit. So that means we have to rebet without going back to the beginning. So this happens sometimes with systems like this. There's a loss, so we need to increase by 1 again. And spin here. Here we go. Okay, that's a partial win. We'll take it. Let's see where that gets us to. 140. That means we just rebet and spin. And let's see if we can get another win. That's a push, so we'll just rebet. That's because we hit the color and the column. And let's spin again. That's another push, color but not column. So rebet and spin. Here we go. All right, we got it. Okay, so now we're back in session profit. We're up 320. And then we go back to our original $10 on each bet. Here we go. Back on track, up $320. That's a push, so we'll just keep it the same. And we'll rebet. I know a lot of you are saying, well, maybe I don't like all these pushes, but one thing that this does is keep your bet size down so that, let's add a unit here after that loss. When you're doing the 30 and the 20, the 50 on each, you have a much greater chance of losing the entire 50 on the original bet. There's another push. So this basically keeps you from losing as much as some of these systems that have different amounts on the 12 and the color. So there's another push. Again, remember we're up. Actually, I think we were up I think it was 330. As long as it's close, though, that's all that matters. Sometimes if you're not quite in session profit, you can restart. There's a nice partial win. Okay, so we're pretty close right now, actually. Let's give it another go. I think we were at 340, actually. That's a 1 red. But it doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want whatever you want to. Let's add 1 to each of these. Whatever you're comfortable with as a restarting level. But obviously the system is to wait till you're in session profit. But if you're close to that, I would restart. So here we go again. We have 30 on each. And that's a $60 total bet. That's a push, so we rebet. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a nice partial win. We're at 310. Let's just rebet that and spin. We're getting close to that session profit level. And that is a loss, so we'll increase. Okay, now we have 40 on each, or an $80 total bet, and let's see what we get. That's a push, so we just rebet. All right, and spin. Here we go. 0-0. That's not good for anybody. So we rebet and increase. And if you have a modification for what happens when you hit 0, let me know, because I think that could be a real thing. Maybe the modification is that you increase by 2 units when you hit a 0. But let's see what happens here. And I think that's close enough. We're within $20 of session profit. Let's be smart and restart. And part of the reason we didn't make it all up that time was because we hit the 0, which means we lose twice as much than most of the spins. So that was a push. We'll rebet. So that could be a nice modification. I'm just throwing it out there. If you hit a 0, you increase by 2 units instead of 1. There's a good partial win. We're at 330. And the reason we restarted when we were $20 away from session profit is because I think we can make that up anyway, and without all the risks. So if you're close, that's fine. And that goes with all these systems, I think. And let's check that last one out. You can see it was a push, so we just rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a nice partial win. Column but not color. And we're up 340, so we'll see, we got it back anyway. And let's go ahead and go back to 10. And here we go. So those partial wins can do the same thing as a jackpot if you hit more than one. And we lost that one, so we'll increase and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a nice win. It's a jackpot, color and column. Now we're up 380, so remember that. And we go back to 10 on each. Here we go. $33 black. Okay, let's spin after that push. That's a 1 red, so we're going to increase after that loss. And let's do that. And spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a push. That's an 8 black. We hit color but not column. So we will just rebet and spin. And hopefully we can get some more second 12. There's the second 12 without the color. So we'll take that nice one there. And like I said, I think we got a couple of those. So let's go ahead and restart because we're back up 380. Let's go ahead and spin again. Again, those partial wins can get you to where you feel comfortable restarting to. And there's the loss, so we're going to increase by 1. So let's do that. And here we go. 32 red. Okay, we're going to increase again. Now we have $30 each, $60 total bet. And that's a nice partial win. We'll take it. And if we got another one of those, we probably could restart. Here we go. That's another nice partial win. And we can restart because of those 2 nice partial wins back to back. That's another instance where you don't have to get a jackpot to restart. We're back up 380 and we're spinning again. 0-0. So like I said, I think it'd be a good modification to increase by 2 units after you hit 0. We won't do that now because we want to keep our on system the way that it is. But let me know what you think about that. That's a 23 red. That's a nice partial win. And we're back up to session profit. Let's go ahead and restart. So those partials can really help you. Oh my goodness, 0, another one. So we'll stick with this though, increasing by 1. And spin. That's a 6 black, that's a push. So we'll leave the bet the same and spin again. That's a 25 red, that's another loss. So we're going to increase. Again, it's always by 10, real easy to keep track of. Now we have 30 on 30 each, $60 total bet. That's a nice partial win. And we're at 350. If we got another one of those nice partial wins, we could restart. And we got even better. We got the jackpot. So now we're at 440, so remember that. It's important to remember your session profit levels, and here we go. Okay, that's a push, color but not column. So again, we just rebet when that happens, and here we go. Okay, that's a 12 red, so we'll increase after that loss. Always by 10, so that's real easy to keep track of. That's something I think a lot of you like, real simple systems. And there's a jackpot, 20 black. So now we're at 480. We restart and spin again. Here we go. Okay, another jackpot, back to back. Look at that. We're up 510 now. Again, that is color and column hitting at the same time. And that's a push. And let's spin again. Still at the base bet size, 10 each. There's a loss, so we'll increase by 1. So let's do that. And we're spinning again. Here we go. Okay, that's a 6 black. Alright, we're going to rebet. Keep it the same because we pushed. That's a 9 red. That's another loss, so we're going to increase. But like I said, it's nice that it's always the same. It's always $10 and easy to keep track of. Let's spin again. Okay, that's another loss, so we'll increase. So now we're up to 40 each, $80 total bet. That's a push, so we'll just keep it the same. And rebet and spin. Let's see if we can get another second 12 hit. And that's another loss, so let's increase by 1. Remember, this is a $1,000 bankroll system. And a lot of times you need that bankroll, so make sure you have it before you start. And that's an 18 red. That's a nice partial win. And when you get up over 50 each on the bets, actually, you know what though? We went up to 440 on that last one, so we need to keep betting because our profit levels went up on that last one. So there we go. We got it now. Okay, that was a good win. Now we have a new session profit at 510, and then we restart. So that's why it's so important to remember where you're at session profit wise. But still, it's always your decision if you're close enough to that to restart. You know, a lot of times it's better to be safe than sorry. And there's another nice jackpot win. We're up 540 now. All right, here we go again. Look at that, 20 black. That's 3 jackpots in a row. And that'll happen occasionally. We're up 570 now. Fantastic. That's a push. That's a black high number. That's because we hit the black, but not the column. I mean, not the 12. So let's go ahead and spin again. All right, there's another nice hit. Column and color. Look at that. We're up 600 now. And let's spin again. Okay, that's the loss, so we'll increase. So add 10 to each every time you lose and spin again. Okay, that's a 25 red. It's another loss. So let's go ahead and increase. And remember, we were up 600, but it's up to you how close you want to get back to that once you get down a good amount. So there's another loss. So after 3 losses in a row, now our bets are 40 each, $80 total. So here we go. There's a nice win. Okay, we're back to 600, so we just restart and spin again. That's a nice push. Doesn't cost us anything at least. And let's go ahead and spin again. It's a good thing about pushes is even though you didn't win, you didn't lose either. And there's a nice little jackpot again. Look at that. We're up 630 now. That's our new session profit levels. And we'll restart. That's a 1 red, so after that loss we'll increase. And spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll increase again. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a push, an 8 black. So we'll keep the bets the same. And we'll spin again. This is a $60 total bet, 30 each. That's a push, that's a 28 black. Okay, let's rebet and keep it the same at 30 each. And here we go. That's a 9 red. That's another loss. So let's go ahead and increase by 1 unit again. That's $10 on each. Now we have an $80 total bet. And let's spin. Remember, this is a $1,000 bankroll system. And there's another push. So let's go ahead and just rebet. And spin. See if we can get a second 12 hit. There's another total loss. Okay, so let's just rebet and add 10 to each. Now we're at a $100 total bet, 50 on each. And let's see what we get here. That's a push. So we will just rebet. And let's go ahead and spin. That's an 8 black, that's a push, so we'll keep the bets the same. And again, that's 50 each right now. All right, we got a win. Okay, and we're not quite in session profit, so let's go ahead and repeat that again. I think we're $40 away. You could restart there if you wanted, though. It's a much safer way of doing it. And let's increase again. Now we have 60 each. Let's see what we get here. That's another loss, so it probably would have been wise for us to just take that little $40 loss since we were up so much. And but now we need to keep increasing by 1 after those losses. So here we go. That's a push, so that's because we hit color but not column. Let's rebet. Now we have 70 each. And the more you can stay away from these high bet totals, the better you'll be. There's another push. And so play it safe if you think that's the right call. And let's go ahead and rebet and add a unit. Actually, on that last one, we pushed. We don't need to add another unit. Okay, so we're at 70 each still. All right, we got it. Okay, so let's just say that's close enough this time. We were at 620. Let's go ahead and just take that $50 loss. We're up $570. I think we should be smart about this. I try to, help you guys with decision making at cashing out if I can. But you guys are great too. I love your comments and insight on everything as always. And I hope you enjoyed this system by Ron Clivio. Again, this is something he's going to submit into the bracket challenge. Once we get that going, I'm still getting entries for that. And again, hope you liked it. Let me know what your modifications are for this one. I would love to see them, and let me know what you think. That's what this is all about, making these systems better. And whether it's modifications or new systems, it's all about making these things better. And I love hearing from everyone. And if you haven't joined the TRM fan club yet, it's only 99 cents per month. You can do that by clicking on the link in the description or by clicking join on the homepage. And also, too, if you haven't taken part in any of the polls yet, they come out every day at 8 a.m., just like the videos. If you enjoy taking polls, you might give that a shot. And that's on the community page. And also, if you're having trouble navigating through all of these videos, there's playlists coming up you can click on. There's a top 10, a top 5, lots of the most viewed videos on there, so that you guys, if you're having trouble deciding which ones to watch, that might help you out. And again, just really love everyone's support of the channel. And you guys are fantastic. I can't wait to keep getting these entries in for the bracket challenge. A lot of questions I've been getting are we going to keep this fair and have some rules? Yes, we are. So we'll have everyone will have $1,000 bankroll. Let's try to keep the unit sizes pretty similar, around $10, and so that we can keep it fair when we start the bracket challenge. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for those of you that want to watch those. Once I release the dates, they're going to be afternoon times. We're still going to have the videos every morning, the new videos, but the bracket challenge will probably be an afternoon event when we do those. And I just need to get the entries in first so I can put a bracket together. And again, appreciate everybody's excitement for that. And if that's not your thing, you can just watch the new ones that come out every morning. Again, if you send one in like Ron did, that's a new one, I'll showcase it in the morning as well, and put it in the bracket challenge. But you don't need a new system to enter the bracket challenge. You can put an old system that you sent in. Just remind me which one it is, and I'll put that one in there. And we'll get it all set up. So again, thank you for all your support. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.